I just made this brand over $100,000 already this year. Now, this is a brand I actually showed you from last year. I'm gonna go ahead and do a full case study on this here in a couple months as well. We're on a road to $1 million a year in $1 million month. Now, I'm gonna be logging this the whole time. Now, we've already done 100K this year in the first 15 days of 2025. Now, this is absolutely crazy, unprecedented. This product is absolutely amazing. It's a beauty product for men. There are some women that can buy it for men, so we're actually really excited for what's coming up. We were sold out of our top products through Q4, and it got in at the end of Q4. So we were reliant on our least sold products. Now we have our least sold and our best sold products, and we're gonna go absolutely crazy this year, no doubt. Now we've already done 100K in sales, and I'm gonna go ahead and break it down to you exactly right now. So as we are in the campaign, as we see right here, January 1st through the 15th, 2025, and we're already at 100K with a 49% increase. 49% increase. If you go to our average order value is sitting at about 152. And we have also about 50K sessions, and that's also up about 150%. Now, this brand is focusing on new people, so that's why our sessions over time is so high right now, because we're focusing on 100% new prospects, and that's also probably why our average order value is down just marginally, but we'll take that all day, every day for us to be up 49%. So I'm going to go ahead and reload the page just so you guys know this is true. As you see right here, now I can actually show you the whole month. It's actually the 20th as the time of me recording this. I'll probably be posting this a little bit towards the end of January. However, as of right now, it's to the 20th, so I can go ahead and hit apply. And as you see, we're actually at 123K already this year, which is absolutely ridiculous. Like, there's people that have strived to make 100K a year for forever, and we made that in the first 15 days, which is just absolutely insane. So go ahead and go back to it. Let's go ahead and go to the 15th. Now let's go to the ads manager and see what was going on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to filter by January. I'm going to filter by the 1st to the 15th. And I'm going to go ahead and go by amount spent. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to filter by all active ads here, so this looks a little cleaner for us. All right, so as we are right here in the campaign, so again, you'll see at the top right, so the 1st to the 15th, so the exact same time that outlines with the Shopify. This is the ads manager of it, so the 1st to the 15th, as you see, 100K in that time frame. Now, if we go off amount spent, we spent 37,000. So here's the amount spent. We spent almost, we'll say 38,000. Now, I do know that, Facebook isn't attributing all those purchases. As you see, it's only 87, 88. So it's showing only a 2.3 ROAS. But we know that, this person's not doing any retargeting through emails. They're not doing anything else. So all the people that they're getting, all the traffic that they're getting is attributed through Facebook and running ads. Now, I want to highlight this. We all kind of know, or like most people know, that Facebook attributes purchase about 60%, 80% less. Now, that's what makes me so unique, is that I can understand that and understand, okay, we might be 60, 80% off around any of these areas, but can still like put all the pieces together. If I have the revenue and the results over here, I can put all this together. So I'm able to see that it's still working for us. And kind of if we do the math, we can kind of do the math here, but say 100K. I'm just doing the math up here, divided by 38K. And we see that gets us actually a 2.6x ROAS. So 100K divided by 38K, 2.6x ROAS. So this person's getting a 2.6x ROAS this month with Facebook ads. Now that's profiting about, we'll say 37, 100 minus another like 30, 40 cost of goods. So that means they probably profited anywhere about 30 to 40K already off of this month alone. They've already made 30 to 40K profit. Now that's absolutely insanity. It's been 15 days into the year. Like, I cannot emphasize that enough. 15 days into the year, and they've already made 30K, 40K profit. Now let's go ahead and do the math on that. 30K divided by 15, 2,000. So they're pocketing $2,000 a day off of these campaigns in profit, which is just absolutely insanity. So if you guys want like something like that, or you guys want to know how I'm able to do that on top of like seeing these campaigns, definitely let me know. I'm taking on some more people for this year. I'm looking to scale several brands, my own agency, and several brands this year. So if that's something you're interested in, go ahead and DM me, Marketer Mike, on IG, and I'll be getting back to you. So as we see, we have several campaigns over here. Now I'm creating multiple campaigns at a time. I found as soon as I started creating multiple campaigns, like it started, like everything started clicking. I started getting off the ground level, like the 0 to 50K months, start getting to 50 to 250K months. So if that's what you want to do, what you need to do is create multiple campaigns. There's one person I was talking to, I was kind of talking through a theory of like, how they're able to test so many campaigns, and people ask me that all the time. And something they told me it really makes sense is if you have winning ads, test new interest. If you have winning interest, test new ads. In this situation, you'll be perpetually always testing something, and you'll be able to find what's working, what combinations work, and what combinations don't. Now, as you see, the second I started doing that, I've created several type of funnels. Let me filter by created. Now, I don't want you to really focus too much on these top two. Like, I know they have like really real ROASs, but they've also spent by far the least, only like 800 between the two of them across like 3,500, 3,800. So I'm not really too worried about those. Those are new testing campaigns. As you see, they started, it's the 20th, so they started the 13th. So they've had about 7 days. Now, ads typically need about 10 to 21 days to warm up, so I'm giving them a little bit more time and not reacting emotionally off of that. Now, if we see some of our other campaigns, we can start to see that some of these are really high ROASs. Now, not extremely high, but you got to think about the amount being spent on these is pretty high. And again, this is only the 1st to the 15th, so I've been up to last year, stuff that's been running. As you see, I created this in November. Most of the stuff has been started this year. So what's actually been helping us is his OG ads. The second we started some ads, or in September, we started some campaigns, and we have 3 ads that are still going from that campaign. And then on top of that, we have our high ticket sales. We have one retargeting campaign that has a crazy high frequency. I've been fighting frequency for a while. Now, I do want to highlight this. Facebook will say that anything above like a 14 is high, but they'll also say, like, if you have a high ROAS and it's working for you, like, go ahead and keep it on. And that's exactly what I did. This has our highest ROAS of 3.34, and it has a crazy, crazy high frequency. Like, okay, so like, what does frequency mean? Frequency is on average, how many times are people seeing this ad or these ads? Now, I do have several ads in here. I use every single ad that this person's ever used. So, right now we have about, I can click on them all. Right now we have 8 active ads in here, and we had upwards of 12. So we had upwards of 12 ads, and as you see, like the ROASs over here are pretty good across the board. We have some that haven't got a purchase just yet, but as soon as they do get a purchase, as you see, the ROAS is like really, really killer. So that's nice. Now going back, I've created so many top of funnels. I created lookalikes twice. The lookalikes have not worked for this campaign. Now, do not get away from lookalikes just because they didn't work. I try lookalikes every 3 months, like every 90 days or so if they don't work the first time. Why do I do this? Because it can have more data and work the next time you test it. Just because it didn't work the first time doesn't mean it can't work the second time. And that's also why I try different strategies at different times. A strategy that might not have worked 3-6 months ago can work right now. And we're kind of seeing that going on with the campaign. For example, last year, like the Meta Pros, they all said like, hey, keep your ads to a minimum. Don't run more than like one campaign. And like I was like, no, that doesn't make any sense. Like you cannot scale one campaign. And you saw that, or I showed that in my last video. If you guys haven't seen that, go check out my last video that actually shows this campaign 0 to $500,000 in last year alone, half the year. So now we're at 100K. So go ahead and take a look at that and see where we started at and where we are now, and you guys will see like kind of the natural progression. Still creating multiple campaigns, and the idea again is finding whichever ads work the most, put them in, keep testing new audiences, and just keep testing new audiences. Interest test. Once you find out what audiences work, that audience is gonna work for you forever. Like we've had an audience in here that's been on since May, and it's still running. So once you have an audience that works, it's a matter of just rotating the ads, constantly keep the people excited, and get them to keep on buying. You use that with a really effective retargeting right here. So as you see, we only have one retargeting campaign. Our last retargeting campaign stopped working. However, we only have one retargeting campaign. Why is that? Because you don't need that many. Now you do need like a lot of new prospecting, so all these other ones are prospecting in different categories. But after that, then you pretty much just need a retargeting campaign to retarget all those people constantly. Um, Now I tried a new retargeting campaign. I don't think it worked. I probably will try another one pretty soon, as I haven't tried one since like the 12th or 11th, since December, beginning of December. Probably try a new one here pretty soon. It's just a hard time because I put almost like all the ads we had in there, so now I got to rely on new ads. So we'll see if I get new ads or if I just create the same campaign similar, dropping it into the pond again. Now I do actually want to explain that analogy. So someone taught me this analogy like very well. And so like whenever you're testing these, I want you to think of like fishing and like dropping a lure in. So whenever you like throw your lure in, it drops in, and then like however saturated that area is, like that's how good the ads can do. Now sometimes you drop it in, it's in like a dry area, so you might think it's like the ad is a problem. That's why you want to test out multiple different interests. That way it gives you like multiple different casts, multiple different drops to see that it works. Now once you've exhausted that area, you've over poached that area, it's important that you relaunch the ads, and you can even do the same audience, but it'll throw it in a different section of the pond and throw it back into the pond, and hopefully you will find or reattract newer people or people that have gone stagnant, find out where they went. So once I kind of heard that analogy and I started applying that theory to me working on here, everything started clicking and started going crazy. So what I would recommend doing, based on everything I just said, make sure you're interest testing. Make sure you're testing multiple different ads. Make sure you're testing multiple different strategies. If one strategy did not work for you in the past, don't be afraid of it. Like, try it again. I know like that might be confusing, but you have to understand the theory of the ads for this to make sense. Like, if you just put it in a strategy and you don't understand the theory behind it, it will not work. I promise you. I tried it with my first multiple times, and if you guys actually want to know how I got started, go ahead and check out my video where it's like my story of getting started, and you guys can kind of see all about me. That being said, that's going to go ahead and wrap up today's call or today's video. So as you see, we did 100K as of January. Now I will be keeping you guys updated. We are on a road to 1 million, or we're on a road to 500,000, then we're on a road to 1 million, and then we're going to try to condense that down and try to get that monthly. So we're going to try to go for like 500,000 a month and monthly a month. Now I might break this down in the future if you guys want to know like what our plan is to get it, because we've already put together a plan to get us there. If you guys want to know what that plan is, I'll go ahead and like comment down below plan, and I'll go ahead and make another video related to that. If not, I'll go ahead and just keep you guys updated on this. Now I also want to mention, like, this is only one account of several accounts I have. I have other accounts that are equal in size. I have some accounts that are a little bit bigger as well. So I can show you guys like constant case studies as well. If you guys need anything like that. If you guys have any questions or ever want to get a hold of me, go ahead and DM me on IG at Marketer Mike. I'll post it somewhere down below. And I had a blast on this one. With no further ado, I'm out.